Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be continuing our building our online school using Django web framework for Python. Please, if you are using earpiece, can you hear me? Okay, so let's get started immediately. I'm going to share my screen quickly. Sorry for the little delay in time. Sorry for the little delay in time. Okay, can my screen be seen clearly? Okay, so I'm going to go to my VS Code so that we'll see where we left over. So we stopped at, we were in under main, we were in admin. So the last code we did, we had small error. So I rectified the error and I want us to move forward. So this is where we stopped. So when we ran this code, it was complaining about these models. So in order to take care of it, I had to now import from DjangoDB models and also TinyMCE widget. So these two importation, the way your code is, you don't need to make any difference. Just make those two imports. Models from DjangoDB and TinyMCE from tinymce.widget. So once you do that, run and save, it should work now. So to run my own again today on a fresh leaf, I'm gonna cd into online school. cd into online school. So once I'm in online school, I can now say Python manage.py, and I will run my development server by saying run server. Python manage.py run server. So while my server run, I'm gonna just quickly close off these pop-ups. Okay, so that's what you're expected to do. Like I said before, while we had error in the previous class, is because we didn't have these two importations. We needed to import models from the package DjangoDB and TinyMCE from tinymce.widgets. So you can see that it is running perfectly now. So we can simply go to our local host and we will see everything the way they should be seen. So I'm going to simply copy this local host and move over to my browser and do Ctrl+V to paste it down here. Then I'm going to run this. So it's going to lead me to my home page. Okay. So it's going to lead me to my home page. I'm going to refresh. Okay. So please get to our website so that we'll go to the admin and take a look at our TinyMCE. Let's go to admin and take a look at our TinyMCE and see what what you see is what you get is able to help us do. So like I said, all the lessons we are taking them from Tclassified.com. So click on blog. If you are following our class for the first time today, this website is where you're going to see everything that we've done so far, including the codes to make it easier for you to work with. So I'm going to simply go down to online school. This is Django Online School. They're teaching you skills that you can use in building an online school using Django. So I'm going to scroll down. This is what we did yesterday, the TinyMCE that enables what you see is what you get. Okay. So when we are done, we now said, let's go to this very address. So this is where we are going to, http localhost/admin/main/tutorial/add. So if you want to add something this time around and want it to have a text base, just the way you have the back end of your WordPress, that's what we're going to be having here now. Okay, still saying site not reached. So if you say site not reached, simply get back to your terminal and okay, you can see that I don't know, maybe I mistakenly pressed the Ctrl+C and the server is no longer running. So simply rerun the server. Rerun the server very simply. I think that was why the first one I did was not also showing. So once this line comes out, it simply means that you've gone out from the server, development server running. Okay, so it should be just something like this. This shows that it's running. Once you do control break, you're gonna see these online school blah blah blah. That means the server is no longer running. But now the server is running, so I can simply get back now and refresh. So if you also put only the local host, you're gonna see the home page. But if you put up to main tutorial add, you're gonna be logged into the admin and you're gonna see what you see is what you get that we've been adding using the tiny MC. So that's what we're gonna see now. And today we're gonna be learning how to create views. That's our M today. Okay, so you can see it. You can add up your tutorial. You can see this now, tutorial content. This is what we added. This is the app. So this app is already there. It's a model you can add up. We created this app. You can see now. So when you want to write now, you can write almost like in your WordPress. So tutorial title. What tutorial do we add lastly now? Let's add up dirt, and let's leave the date and everything the way it is. Then here, let's do what is dirt? Dirt is a Google language used in Florida. So build cute, very cute mobile apps. So with that is the language that you can use in Florida to build. So I'm gonna click on save. I'm not gonna say save another because I don't want to save plenty things. So I click on save. Okay. So I now have other things added. So if I click on my tutorials, I should have plenty tutorials now. So I just clicked on tutorials. And now I have Dart, Python, Java, and the to be. This to be is the initial one that we used in starting to learn, which I can also delete because I don't want it. So I'm gonna leave it for now. So that let's go to adding views. That's our today's learning is views and templating. If you get to our website, Tclassified.com, click on blog and click on Django Online School. You'll see this. So today's class is views and templating. That's what we are going to try to do today. And I'm going to take it line by line, views and templating. We say that Django works on what kind of architecture? Model controller view or model view controller, MVC. Very good way of developing software. The model is the database. The database, that's the model. The view is what the client see. What you see, like this, what I'm seeing, looking at now is the view. Like you're seeing my desktop, that's the view. So every code you want people to see when they get to your website or web application, you have to put it in the view. The model is the database that powers the website. Then the controller is where you have the logic that enables the interaction between this database or your model and your view, making it give out that very robust website that somebody can get to and get all his jobs done. And that's what we're going to be looking at. So if we looked at the models, we created the model, tutorial model. All of us know that. And we'll be writing some logic. Today we're going to be looking at the view. How will how is Django gonna output all these things that are in our database? How is it gonna echo them? And that's what we're gonna be looking at. So to do that, first of all, we are gonna be using what we call templating. So we're gonna create a template known as home.html, simple HTML template using our Django template. We'll build it out, then we'll connect it to our view. So go to your online school, under main, create a new folder known as templates. And inside that template, create another folder known as view. Then inside that view, create your home.html. That's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna go to my VS Code. This is my online school. Then inside my online school, I'm gonna go to main. This is main. Then I click on this very main. Make sure you click there. If you don't click there, you create the folder in a wrong place and you get a wrong output. So I'm gonna click on new folder. So what is going to be the name of the folder? Templates. That's the name of the folder. Then I click now on that template that I've created and click on new folder again. What's going to be the name? The name is going to be main. This is the way you create template. You name templates. You must have the big template folder. Then inside it, create another folder that has the name as the app that you're building the template for. Okay, and that is the instruction here. So under online school, go to main, create templates. Inside template, create main. Then inside main now have your home.html. That's the file. So now you click on file, new file, not new folder this time around. And you have your home.html. Okay. So this is your home.html. You're going to open up in the editor. And once it opens up, put the code for the template. So the code is here. And what does this code do? You're simply loading your static file, which is your simple CSS that you're going to be using to modify your work. Then you're going to be saying for thought is a variable that is going to represent each of the different tutorials inside your database. You know, we have Java, Python, and the rest. So for each of the thoughts inside the tutorial database, we want to bring out the tutorial title, the date published, and the content. That's what we want to bring out. So that said, I'm going to pick up this code and put, but I'm picking up the formatted one that I have in my notepad so that there will be no errors. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up. This is it here. So I'm going to say copy, get back, and impute it here. And I'm going to explain this once more. So we are loading the static folder, the static files, CSS. This is coming from our tiny MC that we already created, the app we created. And this is what I just explained. For each of the tutorial inside tutorials database, we're going to be bringing out their title, date published, and the content. That's what we're doing. And if you're using templating, this is the syntax for templating in Django. You must use this curly bracket with this percentage sign. And once you're done, make sure you close it up by using if you're using a for logic, make sure you close the for logic using the end for. And this is how you load in a static file by simply using the curly bracket and the percentage sign and saying load static. You're doing this because you want to load your CSS that is coming from the tiny MCE. So I'm going to simply do Control S to save this. And that creates my home.html, which is the template that I'm going to be looking at when I'm creating the view. So the last thing I'm going to do will be to create the view. So what is the code for the view? Very simple. We already know about our views. So I'm going to simply get back. Yeah. So I'm going to go to view.py. That is where I'm going to build out the view. So let me get to view.py inside main. This is the view.py inside main. You remember that we had something in it before, which is simply a HTTP response saying, this is an online school web app developed in Django for Tclassified. So I'm going to just take it out and put the new view that will bring out what is in the database. And what is this view doing? We are simply importing render from Django shortcuts. We used it in our previous tutorial. We also imported the HTTP response. We left it, and then we imported the models from tutorials. So we created our view by simply saying def, which is a function known as homepage, and we are returning with the render request equal to request, then template name is equal to main/home.html. We already created the template, and the context is going to be tutorials, and it's getting all the objects inside this very tutorial. So I'm going to do Control S to save. Okay. So if I have any error, it's going to tell me about the error. If I don't have any error, this should work perfectly now. Okay. Okay. So there's apparently no error. So I'm going to get back to my site and put back my local host. So this is my local host. So you're going to see that the basic view is now changed, and we are having a perfect view like, oh, you see what I just did now? I broke out from the server, so I'm going to run the server again, making sure that my server is running before I go check it out. Okay, it's running perfectly. So I'm going to go back and check it out by doing my Control V. Okay, so you can see it's now echoing what is in our database, and it's echoing them perfectly. So we have to be, which was published on the 10th of this month. We also have Java, published on 10th, and the content is object-oriented programming language. We have Python, published on 10th too. And you know, today we published Dart. I will say that that is the Google language used for Flutter to build cute mobile apps. And that is why we're having all this. So you can see our homepage is now modified. It's now modified and very, very cute. Okay. This is our home.html that is helping us to bring it out because we are using the templating system. I hope you do that and get your own exactly where I am. Pretty simple. I'm showing it already, so check it out. Who else is seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen? Okay. So this is where we're going to be stopping. Check it out. Do it if you have any questions and concerns. And if you're on the if you're in our digital audience, drop it in the comment section. See you when I see you. Remember, everything you want is in Christ Jesus, and the surest way to success is by being a born again. Thank you. See you when I see you.